What's going on YouTube fam? It's your boy, the honorable and beautiful black man, Brimezus, back here with a YouTube video on why every man should engage in some form of entrepreneurship. Before I get into that video, guys, don't forget to like that button. Don't forget to comment below, guys, and tell me why you believe every man should or maybe even shouldn't engage in some form of entrepreneurship. Though I can't imagine why there's a reason they would not be, unless they're impaired, right? Don't forget to cop some Kamara and Brimezus t-shirts off my websites. The link will be in the description box below. And most importantly, guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can continue to give you guys more content on a regular basis. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. I'm not saying everybody has to be a business owner. Everybody has to become like wealthy, even though wealth is important, especially as a man, especially in the black community, any community. You know, that's why communities are successful, right? You know, I'm not shaming any way people that work a 9 to 5. Like 9 to 5 are good because, again, I believe in people having like small businesses or even having big businesses built from the ground up and be able to hire people. You can't build like a successful business if you're doing everything by yourself. A successful entrepreneur is somebody that could, you know, lead people in a great way, and I'm saying I'm a good example of that, but I'm working on that. Like, there's not a single highly successful rich guy that don't got like a team under him. Not a single one. Not a single successful guy did it on his own in any capacity. But what being an entrepreneur can like kind of teach you is like, in order to like achieve like the best results, or sometimes any results, is to acquire some level of discipline and tenacity. For example, you can work a 9 to 5, where I had a guy working at a pizza shop called Pat's Pizza. Very intelligent guy, got a whole bunch of like degrees, but he was from Azerbaijan, couldn't speak that much English. And so until he was learning English, he can get like the job he wanted. He was working to save money out making pizzas. And he says he was a good worker, but he said some days, Ibrahim, you know, I could do a bad job, or he said I could do a good job, but I'll get paid the same. And I always stuck with me because as an entrepreneur, especially regarding sales, which is how you make the most money regarding anything out there, real estate, fighting, art, YouTube, teaching, selling goods, whatever. Sales is how you get the job done to some degree, even if it's digitally, right? That's really important. So you have to really figure stuff out, and you have to be disciplined to get results. You have to have like a method to the madness to be successful. But you can be like bad at your job, and maybe they terminate you, but you still get paid that 2 weeks, or it goes unnoticed. You can like find ways to kind of cheat the system, and I'm not saying everybody's perfect. I'm saying you can like you might be salaried, and if you like need time off, or you spend extra time, and you know it won't necessarily affect that entrepreneur. And even if it's something like, let's say you're doing DoorDash or Lyft, in order to pay your bills, you have no other source of income. You would have to stick some kind of regimen in order to properly pay your bills, because nobody's holding a gun to your head or is going to fire right away. Like as an entrepreneur, having like some kind of secondary income, or being a full-time entrepreneur, whatever, in any capacity, you are going to see your mistakes happen and be penalized for mistakes like up front or as soon as possible in some way. Whereas like working a job, right, for employment to get paid, you may not see the mistakes of your actions like up front right away. But like your performance is going to directly affect how you get paid as an entrepreneur. Right? So it's like, for example, as LeBron James, right? LeBron James, you watch you don't watch your team, right, to watch them have a bad day. You want them to have all good days on the field. If you have a boxer that you like, even on their worst nights, you want them to perform well. That's what being an entrepreneur is like. Having to perform well to get the desired results. Also requires you to be have some level of ingenuity and be able to figure stuff out sometimes on your own without somebody holding your hand or setting the path for you. In a job, right, working way up the ladder, sometimes people have to design the path for you. Some people can sometimes get creative and jump the curve a little bit because they went the extra mile in the corporate ladder. But typically, as an entrepreneur, you decide how long your ladder is going to be. You're going to be a small-time business owner, a sole proprietor, or try to create a big business of some sort. And even if you fail at being an entrepreneur, or you quit and you decide to do 9 to 5, like at some point in your life as a man, it's important to do because it teaches you some sort of skills and assets that are just required to get into life and handling life problems better. And there's nothing wrong with having a secondary source of income, because if you get fired, you'll be able to transition, not rely on one source. Even if you're an entrepreneur, like sometimes you might have to give up your business idea and move on to something else. Or even if you fail some businesses, guys, and see another entrepreneur doing something like what you're doing, you can coach them exactly on what not to do. Say, hey, like, I did this wrong. If you want to be successful, don't repeat the mistakes that I did. And give that kind of like advice to people on what not to do, that we don't go into the same pitfalls. You get to collect more data points, for example, on any given subject in regards to being an entrepreneur. So guys, anybody that's watching this video, I don't care if you're a man or a woman, but especially if you're a man, try to engage in some form of entrepreneurship where you have to be performed to get results, to get paid. Be so creative, like you do writing on the side, but if you could do that, I encourage you to do it. If you can sell art, I like to make comic books. That's one of my things. YouTube is a great example. Or you can one of those like rideshare things that I've done plenty of that myself throughout my life. Just you can get used to that kind of way of working and get reliant on working and making dollars on your own time that you can control. So guys, that's gonna wrap up my video on why it's important for every man to be an entrepreneur or engage in some form of entrepreneurship. Don't forget to like that button. Don't forget to comment below, guys, something why you believe that every man should engage in some form of entrepreneurship, whether it's part-time, small-time, or full-time. Don't forget to cop some Kamara and Ibrahim t-shirts off my websites. The link will be in the description box below. And most important, guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can continue to give you guys more content on a regular basis. It's your boy, honorable and beautiful black man, Ibrahim. I'll see you guys next time.